some days we just don't feel like ourselves. We still have to show up. We're doing this every single day. And what I wanted to talk about, the energy and it's not there. We've committed to showing up and then we're going to show up. And I just wanted to talk about, because it's not that it's the energy of oh, I have to do this. It's not even, it's far from that. That's not even it. It's more like so much that I've had to do today that what I'm wanting to share, I really want to give value. So me coming up and then just half assing it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't, I'll be doing it a justice and wouldn't be happy with myself that I put out that. So I just say, you know what? We're committing to showing up here every single day. We're going to do this. And we're just going to talk about even when we're feeling like this, because it's not even about, you know how when you go to you want to go to the gym, say for instance, I'm not really a gym person, but say those people that do, or say you want to do something, and then the energy to get to you to get to go and do it. Once you get there, it's like, oh, okay, oh, let's do another one. And that's the energy I'm coming with this today. That's what I'm flowing. I'm putting this on, whatever that clarity, we're going to just riff it off and just speak to the void, as one of my mentors like to say, and let's create magic together. Let's say something that would not only represent what we're doing here, which is practicing our storytelling, showing up, building that resilience, even when it's really hard, even when we feel like, oh, I don't really have anything to say, I don't have much, or the value or the energy, or because I know when it's best for me to film or to do my recording is in the morning. Now, as of this time, it is 20 past 8 in the evening. And yeah, it's one of it's my body is one of those that once it is time, all systems shut down. Do 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 do. It's like it feels like I'm hit by this raving, I'm out. I mean, I do sleep well. I'm not one to struggle with falling asleep. Like when I hit my head and I in that tight place, 5 seconds, I'm out. So I'm quite grateful and fortunate that it's my thing. I know people who struggle. My husband being one of those. The very light sleepers. The sometimes it takes a while to go to bed. I had no problem, and you could be doing whatever near me, and I would still be sleeping. So yeah, it's quite interesting because when I had my kids, because it was one of my worry was because I sleep through whatever. How would I be able to hear these human beings? So I was one of those parents that, and the other reason as well, I if I in my later years, if I suddenly wake up, I just have this headache. I don't know what that is, but it would just how you sleep, something, say bad dream or something. I would just have ooh. But lately, I've not been having that. I mean, I guess maybe I'm nothing. I don't know. So what I did when my kids were little is, how some parents would just do feed on demand and just breastfeed the kids, or when they cried, I just could not. Because one, I love my sleep. And two, I just couldn't, I didn't want that sudden cry. And then it's ooh. So, like clockwork, they tell you they feed what, 2 to 3 hours or thereabout. And then I'll just express and I'll put in into the bottle and have your drink. Woo. And then like you're done, burp you, put you back. I know my alarm's coming up. I put that thing on and then it wakes me up for the next 3 hours. I've already expressed and just heat the thing up, warm it up, pour it back in a bottle. And that's it. That's how I was able to sustain and not have like I was able to sleep. If not, I would have been like a zombie, not functioning well. That's how I handled my babies. They were we were on a schedule. Yeah, my mother-in-law was quite she was worried that I wouldn't have that bonding sensation with the kids and I tried it, but just not me. Even daytime we're on a schedule. Yeah. I tried to feed on demand thing, I just could not. And we stuck to that. And that worked for us. Yeah, in that season of how life was. And I think as well, maybe back then, it was love, survival. I was in survival mode as well, that if things had to be on certain things. Maybe, look, I have no intention to have any more babies. But if I was to do it over, I think maybe I could try the amount. I don't know. Like things might be how things are, because then it was just kind of like, okay, it was, I don't know if I was tense or whatever, but I think it was cool. But just, yeah, I was scheduler. Everything was on clockwork. We fed at a certain time, even to the point of like, I have friends who cook on demand. So one of the kids don't like certain things, another one doesn't do this, and that one eats this, or this person wants to eat that. Kudos, you have that energy. Moi, what I make is what we're having. I think one of the things that really helped me was I read this research. I don't know, I can't remember the what was done or who wrote the article, whatever. What he said anyway was that if you present a meal to a child for up to 12 times and they don't like that meal, then you know that it's not, it's not them. So with my kids, I put in front of them, okay, this is what we're eating. I'm like, okay. Put it down in the corner. If you're hungry, it's there, but that's what we're eating. They ate it. I don't even think we ever got past one. Because it's like, even if it's like it's tasted and then pushing aside, go eat this bit, eat that bit. By the third time, they were eating everything on the plate. So yeah, it wasn't a case of like, oh, I don't like that. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And also, we can survive up to 3 days without food, right? So they can survive a meal without. But they've always had the meal because they know this is what we're having. So there's no, because I can't imagine making, oh, I'm just making this, and then, okay, this person's for that. That person doesn't have that. Like, mm, maybe if I have a private chef or if there is like catering there, mm, enjoy. But if I'm like head staring this, it's the one pot meal. Not necessarily one pot, but it's one meal for everyone. We're doing this. Um, my husband's now lately he's doing like he's on a plant-based. He's now he's more into like the plant-based. I do a lot of the cooking and not not relying on any processed food. So we don't do processed food in this house. And I always do this kind of like thing where we do like takeout Friday where I try to recreate takeout meals on a Friday than having to buy it. And yeah, it's been interesting what I have been able to make. We've had recently, my husband's not really a Chinese Indian dishes lover, but I made like a Nigerian fuse. What's that? What's that? It's not koma. Oh gosh. It's an Indian, one of these Indian popular Indian meals. And yeah, I did it. They ate it. So I'm like, okay. I did a sesame chicken that has to do with like you fry and dip and this and that like 3 times. 10 is almost like a 3 hours stunt. I'm like, we are not doing that again. It came out nice, but that's too long to be prepping. I recently it's more like a what's the quick thing we can do? We had I made like a different kind of potato using sesame oil to infuse and roast it. I put in some sesame oil into the pan, heated it up, and after a while, introduced the potato, like I boiled the potatoes and put it in there, mixed it up in the hot pan from the oven. And then I add like some of the, because I had grilled chicken. So the Jew, wherever that came from, I just sprinkled on there. It was so delicious. My kids are not roasted potato people, but they ate this one. So now we have how we're going to start doing it moving forward. But yeah, it's just how we kind of like roll down this way. We do so many unconventional things that other people do, like celebrations, because it's so commercialized now that I have to remind myself, like we just recently had Mother's Day. I had to remind myself, go call your mama. And like I do speak, but like just be intentional. Like it's the day, like she celebrates, you might not. Because all I go was, oh, happy Mother's Day, and everyone moved on. Then you go in, and then everything is like three price up the thing. So I'm like, you're gonna do this kind of celebration, do it like the week after or the before, so that you're on the normal rate price, than triple crazy in the thing. Yeah, it's just some of this, it's just too commercialized for me. So I don't do that. Um, yeah. And where sneak I did a video here where I talked about how mornings are so difficult with me and the boys and everything, and how I used to just like, okay, who's the first that's gonna come in? Like, let's do treat, and they'll be bouncing out. And when I found that research, like, okay, this can be like not a good deal, I'm doing to them. So we changed that up, and now we started doing some meditation. So come in with like just an under 10 minutes meditation that's just going, and then they'll wake up, listen to it, and then we'll start the day, try and do some stretching. I think because they're still at that age where the influence is still there, I think we're tapping in because I really want to start having that grounding, having this morning that just flows. So it's not, and I think we're there is less tense or whatever mornings now this way. So that's been good that we're going that way. So yeah, it's been and OMG, like the momentum and the traction and I feel like and I've recently just gone back to TikTok. I haven't been there for a while. In the last couple of days, I've just like been repurposing and been very intentional. And traction, oh my goodness. So I recently found out this new format that I'm using. I started using it on Instagram. I said, okay, actually this will work for TikTok. And I put it there. It's outperforming it. And I know with this momentum, if I'm like picking up like three, two per like eight one in one post and of people following, for doing the maths, I can get to that 1,000 in like 6 or so weeks and then 10 to 1,000. You know what? I can do that by the end of the year in this like momentum, how that's going, or something might just feel. But the thing that is really like I'm feeling so grateful for is I'm actually getting people to comment, people who are like the ideal or the people that I'm that I'm wanting to support, they're actually commenting. And they're actually, and it's not just like, oh, nice. Oh, I read. No, it's like, this is my struggle. This is what I am facing right now. And I'm like, the first time I got one, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, let's think about it. Like, what? It was, I was genuinely shocked that the person who commented is someone who I am wanting to speak to. I've been trying to speak to these people for the longest time. But I think because I've been showing up here and now I've gone back, I'm able to just condense and just speak to them and really activate them. That is now making people go, huh, I am having people save my stuff, my post on TikTok. Every post I've done since I got back 3 days ago has been saved by someone, even if it's one. Like you have to do this. There's this thing I learned where you have to share it, you have to save, you have to comment and like it to get that thing going. Look, TikTok has all its own thing. And now the save is not just me saving. This person saved it, that person saved it. I'm like, what is like every single one I've done so far has got a save. And how you know something is good is when people save your stuff. And to have it saved even better, reposted. Like, oh, somebody's reposting my stuff. And the impact of that. And it's just like this is snowballing. And I am here for it. I am ready. Like I'm thinking of how I can service like it is a fun ride. And I am so grateful that yeah, it's happening and what this gets to look like. And so I have to now start getting myself not to be a case of like, okay, let's just check again who's seen it. Let's just check how many more views. And that's what I'm like, okay, like then let's focus. Setting time or giving myself when you do this and you can go and check. I decided I don't want notification of like if I get any likes or whatever from TikTok, it would just be too much. Even like even with Instagram, I just don't want it to chime, but it would notify me. So now, yeah, so the next step is to just so I've stopped the notification. But then now it's not every moment I think about, let's go and check. That's what I'm working on. So it's like, what can I do? And then that'll be the reward. So that it's not every hour or every whatever. Oh, let's just check. Oh, another three. Oh, another five. Oh, another eight. Another 10. No, we get to work on that. That's the next thing we'll get to work on. Yeah, it's been fascinating. And one of my thing that just blew up was just curious questions and working on, what I'm wanting to do now is just really work on a system that would help because all this stuff I'm recording here is gold, right? That I can then get to repurpose to get the traction in other places. We'll be working on that system to make it work, to find a way to get that clarity, to get things going and moving and all those things. So yeah, that's how things have been so far. Because I just thought, you know what, was just come on here and just share what's in my mind, what's happening, or whatever. And we've got into that some chats so far, right? It's been interesting, and yeah, I've been learning some interesting stuff lately, and we'll be doing more of that, getting some more insights on idea. So yeah, that's where we are. That's how things are, or how even when like remember the analogy in the beginning is like, oh, I don't want to do the gym. And it wasn't, oh, I don't want to do filming here. It's just, oh, I have there's what I want to talk about. I'm not feeling that right now. I want to give it, I'll be doing it a this justice if I had talked about what I wanted to talk about because I wouldn't really give it the value or the cadence that it needs to be expressed. So here we've shared our insight. Now you know a bit about moi, like how I nursed my kids and how we do Friday, like recreate our own takeout Friday and how we do certain things. And in this season, I'm all for a quick meal, quick, like, but it's more kind of like you know what you put in there. Like this is my thing. And yeah, I can't wait to have a private chef. Like, we just have, or even if it's like a bulk meal thing and then come in and then, but I want it to be, I like to know what they're using because there's certain um, seasoning and stuff that's so heavy in salt. And I just want to be mindful or where is the protein from? Those kind of things. So yeah, so I like to go and even doing delivery, I like to pick it myself. I need to get to that level of trusting that they will get how you like it, you know. But yeah, that's the way it goes. And that's how things are rolling down this way. I'm so looking forward to this coming week to see because now somebody actually asks, okay, I need more information about this, but I've already started my cohort right now. I'm like 2 weeks in. One of the ladies said, "Oh gosh, Nene, I could just hear you, my voice telling me like, yes, you got this." I was hearing you say this, like how every master's was a disaster. I was like, oh my God, yes, like that's I just the aha. So yeah, 2 weeks in on that. And then now someone is inquiring from TikTok, like, okay, give me more information about that. So now I have to think about what does that get to look like? Do I now have this waiting list or do I yeah, it's a very interesting problem to have. Like, how do we do this moving forward? What does this get to look like? While we're still showing up. So I'll keep you updated how that is going, but I'm so excited of what's happening there. And we'll get to do more of that. We'll get to just show up and yeah, keep on keeping on. Remember that your voice matters and it's your time to use it. I am Nene. We do this every single day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.